You pick up your phone to check the weather. An hour later, you're still scrolling. You tell yourself you'll just watch one more video, and suddenly the evening is gone. This isn't a simple lack of willpower, it's a success of engineering. Your brain is being hacked through a perfectly designed dopamine loop, turning your natural curiosity and desire for reward against you. The invisible cost isn't just your time, it's your ability to focus, your creativity, and your fundamental sense of agency. We're about to trace the hidden mechanism behind this modern trap and why understanding it is the first step to breaking free. To understand the hack, we first have to understand the mechanism it's exploiting. We often hear dopamine described as the pleasure chemical, but that's a fundamental misunderstanding that plays right into the trap. Dopamine isn't about pleasure, it's about anticipation. It's the molecule of motivation, the engine of seeking and desire. It's the feeling you get not when you find food, but when you're hunting for it. Not when you win the prize, but when you're striving toward it. This system evolved for a world of scarcity. Our ancestors needed a powerful internal driver to seek out resources: food, water, shelter, social connection. A shot of dopamine rewarded the behaviors that increased their chances of survival. Find a berry bush? Dopamine. See animal tracks? More dopamine. The loop is simple: cue, behavior, reward. The sight of the berries triggers the action of picking them, which delivers the nutrient reward, reinforcing the entire loop. The crucial element here is predictability. In a natural environment, rewards are inconsistent. You don't find a berry bush every time you look. This is called a variable reward schedule, and it's incredibly powerful. When a reward is unpredictable, dopamine spikes even higher during the seeking phase. The brain learns that the action of searching itself is valuable, regardless of the outcome. This ancient hardwired circuit is what modern technology has learned to trigger with surgical precision, creating a perpetual state of seeking without the satisfaction of genuine fulfillment. So, how did we take this ancient survival mechanism and turn it into the engine of endless scrolling? The answer lies in the concept of supernormal stimuli. Tech designers have created digital experiences that are more effective at triggering our dopamine loops than anything in the natural world ever was. They've built a slot machine into your pocket. Take the pull to refresh gesture. It's a perfect analog for the variable reward schedule. You pull down and you never know what you'll get: a new like, an interesting post, an important email, or nothing. That uncertainty is the hook. Each pull is like pulling the lever on a slot machine, and the potential for a social or informational reward keeps you coming back. It hijacks the same seeking circuit that once helped us find food, but now it's deployed to make you check for notifications. Then there's the infinite scroll, perhaps the most diabolical invention. It systematically removes stopping cues. A book has chapters, a newspaper has an end, a TV show has credits. These are natural signals that the consumption session is over. Infinite scroll eliminates them entirely. There is no bottom. The next piece of content is always one more swipe away, exploiting the dopamine loop's tendency to prioritize the next potential reward over the current moment. The goal is no longer to consume valuable information, it's to maintain the state of seeking. This is compounded by the feedback loop of social validation. Every like, comment, and share is a micro hit of social approval, directly tied to the variable reward schedule. Our brains are wired to care deeply about our social standing. It was essential for tribal survival. Now, that deep seated need is quantified, gamified, and delivered on an unpredictable schedule by an algorithm. We're not just seeking information, we're seeking validation, and the platforms have made themselves the sole dispensers of that currency. This isn't an accident, it's the business model. Your attention is the product, and dopamine is the tool used to capture it. So, if willpower is a losing battle against billion-dollar design teams, what's the alternative? The solution isn't to fight the loop with sheer grit, it's to re-engineer your environment. You fight design with better design. The goal isn't to eliminate dopamine that's impossible and undesirable. It's to reclaim control over what triggers it, shifting the rewards from passive consumption to active creation. The most effective strategy is to introduce friction. Friction is the enemy of the automated dopamine loop. Turn off all non-essential notifications. This single action breaks the cycle of interruption and reactive seeking. Put your phone in grayscale mode. It removes the emotionally charged color cues that apps use to grab your attention. The goal is to make the addictive experience less stimulating and more deliberate. Schedule specific times for checking social media or email, and use app timers to enforce hard stops. This reintroduces the stopping cues that infinite scroll eliminates. The deeper work involves reclaiming the value of boredom. We've been conditioned to see any moment of stillness as a problem to be solved by pulling out our phones. But boredom is not empty space. It's the incubation chamber for the default mode network, the brain state responsible for self reflection, memory consolidation, and creative insight. By constantly feeding the seeking impulse, we starve this essential cognitive process. The real detox isn't just about using your phone less, it's about actively choosing to be bored. Go for a walk without a podcast. Sit in a waiting room without scrolling. This isn't passive waiting, it's active cognitive maintenance. You are creating the mental space for your own thoughts to emerge, rather than having your mind colonized by an endless stream of external stimuli. The ultimate cost of the dopamine loop trap is the erosion of your agency. It's the subtle shift from you choosing what to focus on to an algorithm choosing for you. The real victory then isn't just a number on a screen time report. It's the regained ability to engage in deep, focused work on something that truly matters to you. It's the capacity to tolerate the initial discomfort of a challenging task without seeking an easy escape. It's the quiet confidence that comes from building something over time rather than chasing the next micro hit of validation. This is the hidden pattern. Our perception of an abundance of information and stimulation creates a blindness to the fragility of our own attention. We assume focus is a default state, when in reality, it's a skill that must be protected and cultivated. The story of dopamine is a lesson in looking past the obvious convenience to see the hidden systems manipulating your behavior. The greatest risk is assuming your brain is working fine because it's constantly busy. The key takeaway is that your attention is your most valuable resource, and it's worth building a fortress around it. If you want to keep exploring the hidden patterns that shape your mind and your world, make sure to subscribe.